Cô thấy là cái khoa nói thử cái kiểu như
alo alo 1 2 3 alo 1 2 3 4
mẹ nó hơi nó bị tắt khoảng 10 giây.
mà sao nó mờ vậy đó à
Rồi chắc ok rồi mẹ.
ok vô ok alo đi lấy 10 giây. Ủa nhưng mà chuyện là lên rồi đó hả? Ok, nhưng mà khi mà nói xong mình có record, nó cho mình record lại.
Nghĩa là bây giờ là YouTube nó đang record luôn rồi.
Dạ.
Xong thì nó phát lại dạng video on demand thôi. Ok.
Okay. Let's start. First of all, good evening, everyone. Everybody. It's great to see you today. Thank you for coming. And today we will talking about the Docker on production. This is the advanced topics about the Docker, and I hope you are familiar with Docker fundamental. And my name is Khoa. I'm the DevOps at Smith's Gravel, and my job is responsible for the building, setting, and design a system, deployment. Yeah, do all stuff. And yeah, before we go to the detail, I want to ask some questions. Raise your hand if you already know about Docker. Oh, okay. Everybody already know about Docker. And hi, what's your name?
My name is
Ben. Okay. You know about Docker, and how about the apply Docker on the lesson? Do you have any problem?
I of the research about learn some exploits.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, and I think you come here to know how about apply Docker on version, and that is topics today. I can show you my experience to apply Docker on production, and we are running Docker on production 8 months ago, and yeah, Docker, yeah, it is a lot of fun, and I think you can try more to apply it. Uh, uh, yeah, I want to tell you why the Memphis wearable to apply the Docker. Uh, we back to the old days. The DevOps team want to manage the version of library because our service use a lot of technology like Python, Ruby, and yeah, a lot of services. And when we try to deploy the application or setting the new environment, we often got a problem because maybe the different library with the local development and staging or production environment, and we we want to uh, control the library. And the second reason, when the developer want to set up the coding environment by themselves, maybe if the newcomer join the Mayface, join the development team, and they must do on the thing, do themselves set up the environment. And the DevOps team, the third reason, the DevOps team didn't have an efficient way to run back the ocean. Maybe when we deploy application on version and we got some error, and how can we run back the ocean? Maybe we already had the way, but it is not efficient, and I think we need to find a best way to do that. Finally, optimize the cost is always an important task because our services is running on AWS, and we use a lot of services, and maybe we want to reduce the cost as much as possible. Yeah, that is we want to looking better the Docker, and we try play with Docker a lot of time. We read a lot of document about the blog or yeah, a lot of things, uh, and we decided to apply Docker on Docker, and it's really fun, and actually it also a lot of painful.
Excuse me, I ask you to maybe turn on volume because they can hardly hear it, so maybe you should try to stay
Okay.
in.
The first thing we consider about when we decided to go to Docker, and we need to decide is which module we should Dockerize. The first thing we want to decide is that, and the developer team maybe research a lot of about the Docker, read see a lot of video, and read a lot of blog about technical. And I see a lot of guys in the world to try to Dockerize on the thing, like Dockerize DB, Dockerize the application, Dockerize the cache, Redis, or whatever, everything. So uh, uh, I think, but our service, you can imagine our service is running smoothly and stable when we try to apply the Docker. and maybe we want to apply the Docker side, the DB, like we were using we try to migrate several data into the container. It's very tourist because the service our service is running stable, and if you want to Docker the Docker side the DB, you can see and services like our DB has several terabyte and we want to try to do that. Oh, it's too risky and dangerous. Uh, the, uh, the, uh, the second reason and our system is based on AWS and we use a lot of services of AWS like RDS, Elasticsearch or DynamoDB and we want to use to AWS services as much as possible and we decided to go to just Dockerized application just only Docker application because it's suitable with the reason why the Midfish applies the Docker because we want to control the library and keep the same environment on the local developer and staging developer or production developer. Uh, After we decide which module we Dockerize, the second thing we want to decide is the container style. Container style means you can run one process into container or you run many process into container. Honestly, it's really hard to decide the way because I think it depends on your stuff, your application. But as a Memphis, we want to keep everything simple and we use thin container. That means we just run only process into the container because it's easy to scale horizontal and maybe the Docker already suggests we just run one process into container and we want to keep it a thin container. After we decided container style and the task we want to deployment how the metric deploy the Docker on production. Uh, at the beginning, we researched a lot of tools to orchestration like the Kubernetes, Marathon, OS. However, it's a new tool. It's very new tool, and maybe our team to think it is difficult to set up, confess, and keep it running. Actually, uh, so we want to find another way to deploy the Docker. We want to keep it simple, keep stuck with simple, and we already use the Jenkins to build and push the image. And after Jenkins build and push the image successfully on the Docker Hub, we deploy the new image on the production. Maybe we write some script by Ansible is the automation tool. Just run some cell into the remote server, right? And it will pull a new image and stop container and start new container with the new version. So it is simple deployment application. When we deployment application, we should stop our container to start a new container. But please consider about the Docker stop. We use Docker stop to stop container. But Docker stop is use system to stop container, and after the 10 seconds, the container If the container is not existed, the Docker daemon will send the CQ to fork to stop container. How about if the process didn't use the system to stop, so it will fork to stop, right? If the container fork to stop, and what should happen? If the job, if you like, if the container is serving some request and it fork to kill process, some request didn't finish yes, and maybe your application crash or you write some file crash in file. Because our service want to run smoothly because we need to see the data to divide to the services, and if there are any request it failed, maybe the data loss. Yeah. So solution we use the Docker queue to pass the signal to stop the container. We want to stop container rightfully. The second way, we address the application, we can support the system to serve container. Like, for example, rescue. If you signal wait to rightful shutdown, and if you the term to intermittently kill the child, and then it maybe it is not rightfully. If we don't address the rescue, and maybe some job will be not finished because it forgot to kill the child process. After that, the container is stopped.
Rescue sky some Docker plugin.
What?
Rescue.
Rescue maybe the kill of the kill is based on the Redis. It provided by Google.
How can we use it? How can we use
We can address the rescue to support the system to stop container. Yes, and I have already a link, and I will send you later. And after we build application by Docker, we deploy application by Docker, and how about monitoring? Because monitoring is very important. Our services, if we based on the CPU and memory usage to scale the container, and maybe add more instances or add more container. So as business, we use two services to monitor the CPU or memory, I/O something like that. And in the beginning, Neuralink didn't support Docker monitoring, and we use CloudWatch to monitoring about the CPU or memory of Docker. We write some batch scripts to send the metrics to the CloudWatch. And after that, Neuralink support Docker, and our system is based on Neuralink, and we use the Docker monitoring of Neuralink. If you want to use the Neuralink, maybe free, it has 2-day data retention. Yeah, and you must pay more for data retention. Yeah. Oh, logging. Logging also very important because you want to debug some application, you want to analyze something, and you need to log in, and you need to analyze the log, and you need a central login to to easy to find some problem in your system. And we have some option about the login. As you know, when the container stop, and it has a log file. It's in slash var docker container is, and we can install the log agent on the Docker Hub to city log on the central, like Sumolores or ELK or whatever you want, log entry or something like that. The second way, we start a new container which running log agent, and we use with a volume from option. We use a volume from option to see the you can see all the file log of all the container, and this item will sit log into the central. The third way we can use log small or log driver or Docker, but it just Docker rather than one or six version. Finally, the we write on the log to the folder and mount that folder to the Docker host, and we install log agent on the Docker host and ship the log to the central. We choose the last option because the last option is different with the first option, because when one container just had a one log, but our application had a lot of log like asset log, application log, error log. We use log to analyze this. So I think maybe it's not the best way, but we already do that. We write on log to the folder and we mount we mount the folder into the Docker hub, and we install the log agent on the Docker hub and send the log into the central logging.
Only the last option support to send log to centralized log server, right?
No, you must have a log central. You can use the third party like Sumologist, log entry.
How about log out? Can we?
Log spout. Log spout is the third party. It will listen on the container and have about the log output to container and ship to the third party or your central logging, like log start or yeah. Okay. After elements to apply the Docker on production, finally we got all we research a lot. We got a lot problem when we apply Docker on production, and right now we already migrate to 70% project to the Docker, and yeah, they are running correctly right now. And but I think to need the tool to manage the Docker cluster, and we will have the plan to migrate to the ECS, EC2 container service, or the service of AWS to manage the Docker or to deployment. Okay, maybe the next video I will present about the ECS. Yeah. Any question?
Can you go back to the previous slide? uh, the, the, just the previous 70% migration. This is this one. After you have migrated 70%, so do you get any significant improvement in resource usage?
Research.
Resource usage, resource utilization.
Yeah. And
does Docker help you reduce a lot of hardware resource?
yes, because we can run many containers in one instances. Maybe just on staging. Because on staging, we before we apply Docker, we run the container in many instances, and with Docker we can run it on instance, and we save a lot of money.
So do you run multiple application Docker containers on one machine?
Yes.
And why is
Actually, it depends on your staff. If I start, we build one image, and maybe we start one or two three container from that image.
that? All on the same host.
What?
On the same host.
Yes, on the same host.
So you take a big host, a big EC2 instance, and you put multiple Docker.
Yes, it depends on the application to use the CPU or memory. If the big host, you can deploy Yeah, more container on the distance.
Next question. So about the monitoring, can you install something like monitor to monitor that? Something like that.
No, I do database, new release.
Like you install a new relic agent inside the
Yeah, we now we not internally in the container. We just externally on the Docker host, and we will send the messages of the Docker container to the new release services.
So like each container will send the metrics to new relic and you can monitor it as well.
Yes. Okay. Okay. I want to clear that because the new release maybe have a lot of services. First, server monitoring. I installed server monitoring on the Docker host. First, about application monitoring. Maybe new release has some plugin. You can add plugin in the support and it will collect metric of your application to send the central of new release. To
So how do you manage load balancing, and which container is behind what? Connections between containers.
actually, we didn't link another container because we just Docker side application only.
Yeah, okay, but you have a rescue container and you have an application container. How do they talk? How does the traffic get divided over multiple application containers?
We use the ERB load balancing to isolate load balancing.
HA proxy or something like that?
Like a machine.
Okay. But and then how do you deal with when you deploy, you start a new container?
Yeah.
Do you add it to the load balancer and then take away the old one?
No, we do another way. Maybe I think in deployment.
Yeah.
If you ask me, I can maybe we like we have many instance and if we run many container in that instance.
Yeah.
The first I declare from ERB and start and stop container. And the second, we take the second instance, deploy, put new image and start new container and bring it again.
Okay.
And we do the rest on this.
That is automated?
Yes, in automation, we we use script by Ansible.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have one question on YouTube newsfeed. Ngô Danh asked that do you have any performance comparison between when you before and after you migrate your system to Docker?
Actually, additional version. I mean, it is good because our system error might be if it not CPU memory, we can add more the instances, but we keep the same with the previous system. Yeah, but I think it is like a little. Yeah, we keep the same. We keep the same instance size and just the put application knowledge. We didn't change very much about the instance.
In the beginning, you said about databases, you use the Amazon database, the AWS database.
I don't get that.
Yeah. Well, for my company, I can't use AWS, but can you use MySQL inside a Docker container, but then write the data out to the host? Is that a possibility?
Yes, it can, but we don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Because it's tourist. Because yeah, I think our system is running and it has several terabytes.
Yeah.
And you try to put several terabytes into container. Yeah. The
No,
bad
you
way.
can keep the data outside of the container, right?
Yes, yeah.
You don't have to put it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's right.
Are you running the application inside Docker container and the root user?
Yes.
So,
Root user.
not just
Yes. Yes, just root user.
why did you choose EC?
Actually, yeah, because maybe the scalable of our service is not good right now, and we find better to manage the Docker or manage the containers to easy to scale in the future.
What is your scalable tools that you feel is not good enough?
Other scalings of AWS maybe like if we do scalable, we must to write some metadata and pull the new image to the instance and start the new kernel, return to the AOA. Is not a good way to go. I mean,
What is your decision to migrate all your Docker monitor containers to ECS?
now we just Docker the application. We the reason we go into migrate ECS about the scalable because it's easy to scalable with ECS.
ECS stand for Elastic.
EC2 container services. Just a services of AWS, maybe like the Docker Swarm or Kubernetes. Yeah.
And it natively support Docker.
Yes, it already and production also.
So, and it can work with Elastic Load Balancer.
Yes, it great. ECS the service of AWS, so it integrate with a lot of service AWS like log balancing, CloudWatch, Lambda, also cloud formation. Yeah, a lot of things. So let's go ahead.
Couldn't remember.
Just one thing, you were sitting in the middle, can you just move up your chairs right? So other people can get in here. Sorry, we're getting overloaded.
Yes, I have a question. Should we create like a powerful instance and deploy multiple containers into that, or create multiple like smaller instance and each of them has just one container? So
You mean we must build the small with the one container or each of the small or each of the base the container. I think it depends. We got application maybe we some application we just run one container into one instances. Some application we run many container in one instance. It depends. I think it depends on the application. Yeah.
Does it also depend on the number of CPUs in the instance?
No, it depends on the application and CPU and they also. Yeah, of course.
Because maybe it doesn't make sense to run multiple containers in one instance if it only has one CPU. Because they will be fighting for the CPU, right?
Yeah.
Currently I have two container run two web applications on the Java hub. So anyway, we can run that those applications with the same IP of what we have two applications run on two container.
Maybe two container.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can anyway we can run them on two ports. One IP and one port. Same IP, same port.
No, it can. Yes.
So the only way we can use the
Because
virtual port
you can add another instance and you develop the second because the port is very limited. You know, if we already use the port, first of all, you already use the IT port and you cannot deploy the second container to use the same the first container. If you mount mount the port into the locker, you can use.
so what the best way to think powerful container with same ID.
You put a load balancer. You put a load balancer in front of it. Yeah, and it splits the traffic here to one and to the other.
So what
Right.
what tool?
You
What
can,
tools?
yeah,
Nginx is zero counterbalance or AJ proxy.
yeah, that's it. Yeah.
How the performance has been migrated to be better or
Actually, I heard about it before. I just keep the our system, maybe lies the same instance type and keep the same instance type with option to the new system. Just I don't.
And how much did you guys save after you migrated to Docker?
70
Like in terms of like costs?
cost.
Yeah, how much did you guys save? I mean, like how many percent?
Cost maybe 10, 10 we say, yeah, around the cost, right? The cost of AWS.
Yeah, I mean like before and after you migrated the 70% to Docker. Did it save any money?
Yes, usually, yeah, it's probably save some money, but maybe 10% or 10%.
How many containers were you running in total?
How many containers running with
Just to get an idea of the size of your. How many application containers were you running per second?
maybe 4 or 5.
4 or 5.
Yeah.
can you explain about your system about the OS which tool are you using?
About the OS, we currently use the Ubuntu. Yes, we use Ubuntu. Maybe
Both as host and inside the container?
it's,
Inside the container, it's based on Ubuntu.
I use the Docker hot to run on the Ubuntu. And your question is which by image we run. Yeah, actually we some image we customize we use Ubuntu. Some image we use officially of Docker image. Yeah.
Do you use Kubernetes or any solution like this, like Ranger or?
No,
You just need you basically, right?
yes, I use basically we just use the Jenkins to put the database and to go to deployment. Yeah, that's it. And we had
So you
optimize
focus to build the email and deployment, right?
yes.
You don't focus to high level SDK or developer.
But already we outscored our system with high validity and with developer because we push our application behind the ERP. Log balancing if the application fail, the ERP will redirect on the traffic to another way to other instances.
Your ERP can create the new email automatic when one container down.
What?
And that if one Docker host down,
Yes.
your ERP can create the new container to replace
Yeah.
the container in that one.
Yes. And the other instances can handle the request. Yeah, so we don't care if 1 or 2 I just care if everything should die. Yeah, just record the it's okay. Yeah.
Because I see that you mentioned about OS and Kubernetes, so I think you apply it to your system.
Yeah. ECS, EC2 container service of services of AWS, it's like Kubernetes, like Docker Swarm, and we have plan to migrate to the ECS.
Still has 30% remaining to do. So still has 30% in a project, not migrate to Docker. So if you has any difficulties for the remaining projects,
Yes, maybe we will migrate to ACS also.
and is that you just migrate the 70%
Yes.
and you keep the remaining.
The remaining is using the Oswork of servicing of AWS is based on chat for deployment. Yes. And any question in this?
Can you share to us more about what is the biggest issue when you migrate your systems to Docker?
Big issue to migrate. Yes, Docker. I think also have a lot of Docker.
But can you choose one of the biggest?
Yeah.
And tell us?
In the beginning, we got the problem about Zumbi process, Zumbi container when we deploy with Docker 1.4. And the second problem and the memory list when we output a lot of log to the Docker console. Yeah.
And so when Docker have new release, how can you upgrade the Docker version? Is there any downtime when you upgrade?
Maybe I will address by manual and I fix one by one to address, not address at one time because one time it will got the data.
Yeah.
Can I have a question? What happened with core container if your host dies? What happened with your containers if your host dies?
If what happened with all the container if your hot die?
Your host dies.
Yeah. Okay. Because we put any a lot of hosts we have the if one or two hot die is okay. Because we still have another hot to serve the request. If on the line this is that is problem. But yeah, like AWS die and also
I got like the same email for on container, but on stock.
send
In I deploy your on stock.
yes. Yes, yes, yes. Docker. Docker hot maybe
How many nodes is
70. Yes. And anyone's what's your name? The second place.
How long is your version review on this? How long did you
How long? Maybe the ECS on staging. And we will deploy ECS
for 70% of your version?
8 months ago. 8 months. Yes. Okay, if you have any question, please feel to contact with me. Yes.